Hello, David here, and the project for today is to review this oil filter wrench from Motiv X Tools. And this is a specific oil filter wrench only for Toyotas that use an Element oil filter cartridge. And believe it or not, this is actually made in the USA. It's pretty well packaged. So when I bought my wife her engagement ring, that didn't come as well packaged as this. It's all aluminum, 64.3 millimeter, 14 flute. Takes a 3/8 inch drive ratchet or extension. On this end here, it'll either take a 24 millimeter socket or a 15/16 socket. Now, if you remember, not long ago I did a video on changing the oil on the Toyota RAV4. It's the first time I did an oil change. And I'm going to roll that footage in here. So when I did that video, I was tickled pink to have an oil filter wrench that was made out of sheet metal rather than plastic. Thought it was going to hold up well. But what I found out was that oil filter wrench was slipping off. And I returned it after I did the job. I did break some of those fins on the oil filter housing. At the time I did the video, I said I was going to replace it with a new one, but I didn't do that. I'm going to keep it and see if I could still get it to function. If it gives me problems, then I'll replace it at some other time. To be fair to the company that made that sheet metal oil filter wrench, I don't know how tight that oil filter housing was torqued on. I know the previous owner had all of his work done at the Toyota dealer, and you'd think that they'd be torquing down the all the fasteners properly, but it could be they had a new person working there, or maybe someone was in a hurry and they just slapped it together and didn't worry about the torque. So I'm not going to take that company to task. I think it was a Pennzoil brand oil filter. What I should have done was I should have torqued it down and then use that sheet metal filter wrench to try to remove it and see if it slipped off. But in that video I had to use a floor jack to put pressure on that wrench so it wouldn't slip off the filter, and that's the only way I got the filter off. Hopefully I'll have better service with this wrench. If you look at the construction, there's two pieces of aluminum here, and the centerpiece is actually held in with a clip, so it's removable. So I imagine if you break one part of it, you might be able to replace it. That was a snug fit. That's a good sign. This is good. Using the official Toyota Element. Don't forget to put the new O-ring here. And what seals this is not how hard you torque this into the engine block. It's the interference of this O-ring that fits into this machined area right in there. This only gets torqued down to 18 foot-pounds. And I never removed the oil filter wrench from the housing. I don't see any point. It's take it off when I torque this down. And it looks like I could save this housing. I don't have to replace the housing because how easy it came off. Just don't over torque these. That's the important part. I have to use my dial indicator torque wrench because my click torque wrench doesn't go down to 18 foot-pounds. This is on so snug, it's kind of a challenge getting it off of the filter housing. Best way to get this off is to put a socket wrench in here. and rock it. There you go, got to rock it off. In summary, I'd like to say that if you have an oil filter housing wrench that's working good for you, hang on to it, keep using it. If you're having trouble with your wrench slipping off of your filter housing, I highly recommend this Motiv X Tools filter wrench. Made in the USA. It's got a very nice machining on it. It's very clean, and it grabs onto your oil filter housing very tightly, and it won't slip off. I want to thank you guys and gals for watching. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and ring that bell for more great videos from David GPO.